to another episode. Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. I was walking through Bevmo today and I was just waiting for a wine label to strike my eye and just to pop out. And I saw this thing it was like 13, 14 bucks. A proper claret. I take a look closer, I spin the bottle around, I see a whole bunch of words, a whole bunch of yappity yapping, and kind of hidden in there in the bottom it says Bonnie Doon Vineyard, and sure enough, this is a claret made by Bonnie Doon. Those of you that don't know about Bonnie Doon so much, I mean, that's Randall Graham's project. He's been doing for a long time now. And really, those guys focus on like Rhone varieties, specifically like Syrah and Grenache when you're talking about red. And so it's interesting to see a claret here because this is what we would refer to when we talk about claret. It's kind of like British terminology for what you might hear referred to as a Meritage or a Bordeaux blend, some sort of Cabernet Sauvignon based wine. I love the screw tops, Bonnie Doon. You're always bringing it with that. But some sort of Cabernet Sauvignon based wine. And Bonnie Doon, they don't do cab. And I was doing some research. They haven't done a claret since like 1985. This is their 2012. They do also have a 2013 vintage that they just released, but this 2012 was the first one that they've released since 1985. And it's kind of funny when you read the information on the back here and you read the stuff that they have online. It's kind of like, we hate Cabernet Sauvignon, but if we were going to do it, this is how we would do it. We're expecting something that's going to be a lot more lean, a lot more food friendly. And alcohol here is relatively low. This is a 13.2% alcohol by volume. Color-wise, I mean, this is definitely Cabernet right here. It's that really just dark, dense ruby red. I should let you know this is 62% Cabernet Sauvignon, 22% Petit Verdot, 8% Tannat, 7% Syrah, and then 1% Petite Syrah. So, I mean, some of that inkiness is going to be coming from that Petit Verdot and that Petite Syrah. Now, on the nose, that really is beautiful. It's got just blackberries and blueberries for days. So, I mean, it's funny because on the nose, this really does speak to me as just an in-your-face, like, fruit balmy, almost like a Napa Valley Cabernet on the nose. And I know that Randall Graham would be, throwing his shoe at his computer right now if you were watching this. So let's go a little bit deeper into the palate here. There's that nice, like, brambly, blackberry, raspberry thing happening, some good cranberry, some nice red currant. This does have like a really nice, strong acidic backbone to this. This is not overly tannic in any sort of way. It is very approachable and fruity, and this is not necessarily, well, gosh, I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to revisit something like this. I do know that they sell magnums of these online, and so if you were going to think about maybe aging it, I picked this up for like 14 bucks, and it would retail anywhere between that and $20 for a 750 milliliter. So for a Magnum, typically you would double that up. Let's call it like 40 bucks for a Magnum. If you were going to think about aging it, I would probably pick up the Magnum because it's relatively inexpensive for some really nice, tasty wine. And I'm saying that because I'm wondering how this would taste a couple years down the road, because it's not overly tannic in any sort of way at all. It's also kind of nice to see how something in a screw top would age. And if you were going to age anything in a screw top, you know, I think Bonnie Doon probably has some legit stuff to do it, but I don't think that's what they're making this for. They're making this for you to drink right now, and this is definitely approachable right now. If I had a bottle, I'd probably, well, I have one right now, but it's open. If I had a bottle closed, I'd probably want to consume it within the next year or two. But again, if I had that Magnum, maybe I'd check back on it in 5 years, because I think it'd be kind of interesting to see. But I mean, this is a really nice, just fun, fruity, lively, different kind of play for a Cabernet Sauvignon. And wow, I really enjoy this. So score-wise, I'm going to put this in, and it's nice because there is like this nice density that's coming from, you know, these atypical type of grapes that are being blended in here from that Syrah and that Petite Syrah. It's really, really nice. You know, I'm going to throw this in at just, you know, right there at 89 plus points and say this is definitely something that you should pick up and try. And if you're not, you know, that knowledgeable about Cabernet Sauvignons, I think it'd be really fun to pick this thing up and then compare it to, you know, like a Napa Valley Cabernet, like a relatively inexpensive one, because I think you're going to have some fun playing around with the different. Hey, so what's annoying is that video just cut off 2 seconds before I had ended it anyways. So I will leave you with this. When's the last time you had a proper claret? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Till next time, everybody, stay rad.
Stay rad, wine blog. Stay rad, wine blog. Stay rad, wine blog. Stay rad, wineblog.com.